Hello, welcome to Sun Dragon Tips and Tricks. I'm Rebecca. I'm the owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber. There goes my cat in Brevard, North Carolina. I'm coming to you today. I am starting to feel a lot better, which is great if you've been following my saga of having COVID in December, and it really wiped me out. I'm joining you today because we are going to start some of those virtual make-along classes like we did in the fall. So in the fall, we did a really big 5 lecture series of top-down stranded colorwork yoke sweaters. So it was about sweaters in general, and it was also about doing color work on them. This one's not color work. Our spring make-along is on Brioche. And first, I should explain, brioche is this really cool effect. This is a smaller shawl I'm making where it looks like ribbing, but it's reversible. Not everything with fancy increases and decreases is totally reversible, but you have one color more pronounced on either side. And it's ribbing that involves 2 colors. So these are my colors that I'm using for this project. And just like the fall make-along virtual classes were an experiment of let's make this more of a lecture series where you're interacting with me, but you're listening like the videos I already have for free. You're listening and watching, and at the end or along the way, you can chat. You can write questions in the chat. We can have a question and answer session at the end if needed. It's much more going to be on skills this time around. The skills for doing brioche than doing only one project. So I am hoping on my website, sundragonartandfiber.com, on the make along page to have a short list. It's already on my newsletters of projects you might want to try or designers you might want to look at if you wanted to do brioche. I have 4 classes coming up that are going to be virtual on Sunday afternoons over the course of the next few months. There's going to be space between them, not so much with the sweater. It was if you chose to, you might be able to get through the parts of your sweater. For this series, it is just going to give us some breathing space between classes to practice if you want. It's going to give me time to recover between classes, but it's going to be building skills in brioche. And so let me go through the schedule if you'd like to sign up, more info, all that kind of stuff. So they're going to be Sundays from 1 to 3 p.m. US Eastern Time. And hopefully that is a time bracket where people from other countries might be able to join us. It's kind of hit or miss, I know. It's $25 a session, or you can sign up for all 4 sessions and save 10%. The cost will only be $90 for all 4 sessions. And they're all currently available on my shop website, which there's a link off of sundragonartandfiber.com. I'll try to put a link here as well. If you're buying all 4, it's easy. Use the drop-down menu, select all 4, and add it to your cart. If you only want some of these, you're going to have to drop down to it, add it to the cart, and then go back and pick another one, add it to the cart, that kind of thing. Contact me if you have questions. I know there's a lot of questions I have not answered on this channel lately. I'm trying to get back to looking through all the comments. Please be patient with me. So the first one's coming up March 24th. That is a little under 2 weeks from when I am publishing this video. March 24th, we're going to do brioche in the round, like making a hat. And I'll try to contact people who sign up. If you want to work along with me with the class on some of the supplies you might want to have, like a 16-inch needle, yarn of any weight as long as it works with your needles, that kind of thing. We're just going to be practicing brioche in the round. And the reason that one is first is I think it is a great way to learn brioche because when you're doing it in the round, each color has one job, which might not make sense yet, but each color only has one job, to knit or to purl. And so it kind of minimizes how much you're tackling. Once you're comfortable with that, if you want to jump into the next one, which is on April 7th, we're going to be doing brioche flat, where you knit back and forth. And on that level of brioche, your color has a different job depending on which side you're on, the two colors. And so that's why I think it's really good to practice in the round first. If you want to jump right into brioche flat, we'll be referencing things from the brioche in the round. And by the way, if you sign up for these virtual classes, you will get the recordings later. I have private YouTube links that I will email everybody, so you have access to them later. Now, the third session is going to be on fixing your mistakes in brioche. Things like if a wrap is missed, which again, the lingo may not make sense yet, a yarn over being missed. It will as you learn the brioche techniques. Things like if you missed a wrap, if you drop a stitch in basic brioche, this is not fixing mistakes in really complicated increases, decreases. This is just, I've got like the center of this, not the bobbly things at the bottom, the center of this. What happens if there's an error? How do I fix it and have it look right on both sides? We will go over some techniques for that. The Fixing Mistakes class is April 21st, in case I didn't mention that. And then the last class is on how to do some basic increasing and decreasing in brioche. That can be for if you have a pattern that has a left or right leaning decrease and you're not sure what's going on, or it could be, I want to make up my own stuff in brioche, so I need to know the basics. So how to increase and decrease, because there's really cool things you can make with brioche. I have a really cool hat at the shop, didn't bring it home. But this one has little bubbles that are made with increasing and decreasing. And then I have hats at the shop that have spoons and hearts and all kinds of things, but they keep this color structure going. And that can be really cool. So the last class is May 5th for increasing and decreasing in brioche. If you're local, we have a few spots available for the in-person classes, but this is more to advertise the virtual ones, which local and faraway people can attend, even if the local book's up. So the sessions are $25 a session, as I mentioned before. All four of them are $90, saves you a little money to sign up for all four. If you want to do all four, to sign up for all of them at the same time. Full disclaimer, I have brioche videos on my tips and tricks website. I have made them over a couple of different times, so there's more updated ones from just a few years ago. So you can always do the same things as these classes by watching those videos. My hope, the way we've structured the classes, is that it's a little more interactive. You can ask questions as we go. We may not answer them until the end of our session, but we try to answer everything. And anyone who took our sweater sessions in the fall can attest. I think it's a pretty good model, and I really like it. And it's a great way for a lot of people to be able to interact with me and learn a lot and ask questions. So if you choose to sign up, I will be emailing you and contacting you with more information. And I hope to see everyone I can in a couple of weeks. I do also want to get back to tips and tricks videos that are free. And I hope to be making those in between some of these other sessions. They may not be brioche related, blah, 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 because I already have some of those up. But I know people have been asking some questions about some other videos. I'll get to what I can when I can. My energy is returning, but I'm trying really hard not to just take it all away again by doing too much too fast. This channel is run on top of a full-time job, keeping my yarn shop going, and I love doing it. I'm trying not to overburden myself though, so it's tough. Anyway, please put a comment below if you have questions about any of this. I will try to put the link in the description for this video for how to sign up for these classes, and maybe I will see you in a couple of weeks. Thanks very much. As I always like to sign off, may your crafting be filled with joy and confidence. Bye-bye.